Today was the day I was crowned as the new king of the kingdom. The royal court was shining with golden lights. The hall was filled with nobles, soldiers, and thousands of eyes watching me in silence and respect. As the heavy golden crown was placed on my head, the entire kingdom erupted in cheers and applause. "Long live the king!" they shouted. But inside me, there was no celebration, only silence. A strange, heavy silence I couldn't explain. Because no one told me that this crown was not just a symbol of power, but the beginning of a hidden trial. After the coronation, the elders of the court called me into a private chamber. Their faces were not joyful. They were serious, almost heavy with burden. One of them spoke slowly. "Every new king must pass one final trial. A trial that determines whether he is truly worthy of the crown." I stayed silent, but my heart began to race. He continued, "If you pass this trial, you will rule as a true king. If you fail, the crown will become your curse." For the first time, I understood that a crown is not just made of gold. It is made of fate. The next morning, I was taken far away from the kingdom, beyond the borders where roads disappeared and silence grew deeper. There was no palace, no soldiers, no throne, only endless forests, cold wind, and a path that felt like it had no return. The guard stopped and pointed forward. "This is where your trial begins," they said. I stood alone, not as a king, but as a human stripped of everything. In that moment, I realized true kingship begins where comfort ends. I was not placed in a battlefield or a war, but inside a dark, silent chamber where time felt frozen. No chains on my body, but invisible chains on my patience, my thoughts, my emotions. Days passed in silence. Hunger, loneliness, and mental exhaustion became my companions. Some days I almost forgot who I was, a king, or just a forgotten soul in darkness. But in that darkness, I discovered something powerful. That true strength is not in the sword, but in controlling yourself when everything inside you is breaking. After an unknown time, the doors finally opened, and I was brought back to the kingdom. But I was not the same person who had left. My body was the same, but my eyes had changed. No anger, no arrogance, only silence and understanding. When I entered the royal court, everyone stood still. They could feel it. This was no longer just a crowned man. This was a transformed king. Now I sit on the throne again, but everything feels different. Every decision I make carries weight. Every judgment carries responsibility. Because I now understand, a king does not rule with power. He rules with awareness. That ancient trial no longer exists, because it was never about punishment. It was about transformation. I learned that the true crown is not made of gold. It is made of patience, wisdom, and responsibility. Anyone can wear a crown, but only those who carry its burden with wisdom become true kings.